Well, well, well. Here we are again. Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us on the Enjoy Show tonight. I want to welcome my super awesome co-host, Brian, who's sitting in his shorts downstairs. Anyway, hi, Brian.
You're gonna throw me under the bus just like that in the first 10 seconds of the show.
Thinking cute, yeah.
That's what you're gonna do.
I'm just endearing you to the whole audience because they love you.
Okay, well, considering that, I guess I will share that Judy is in her pajamas on the porch.
That's true.
That's how formal these shows are. No suit and tie required. But yeah, as usual, I'm very happy to be here, and I'm excited to hear all your guys' awesome stories from the meetup this last weekend. And yeah, it's extremely hot in San Diego, and I realized
especially because you have your shorts on.
Jeez, Judy, come on, it's early. You're gonna go. You know what?
God, I love
all right,
you.
that's fine. Me too. It's gonna be a fun show.
I love you too.
You're hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
You're ridiculous. I'm still trying to figure out how you try to convince everybody live on the radio that you're introverted, which is like so laughable to me.
You still don't buy that.
Oh God. Oh wow. It must be fun to blow smoke where smoke doesn't belong. So anyways, yeah. Hey, Judy. Hey, everybody that slowly trickles into the chat room in the first few minutes of the show, and everybody that tuned in right on time. Gosh, Jerry, Angie. Wow, looks like all sorts of folk from North Carolina meetup. What's up, y'all?
Deborah, Brian, Ambi Flex, Katie, Linda, Lizzie. Hey, girlfriends. Journey kicks like. Anyway, guess who we have on with us tonight? As a fun co-host, who better right now than who else? Anybody want to?
Are you talking about? Wait, hold on. Are you talking about the man, the myth, and the legend?
Yes, Mr. Sunshine.
Known as Mr. Sunshine,
AKA
Randy.
Hi,
hello,
Randy.
everybody. Hello.
Oh. Jerry Jones going, I wonder who it is. Let me guess. She's like, hey, Randy.
Hello, everybody.
Randy, what's it like being so popular, my man? What are you doing with your newfound fame? You staying grounded?
Wow. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's amazing that you say that because as I was talking, Linda and Lynn have become my grounding rod, and he calls me the lightning rod. So we didn't put that together till today. I was talking to Angie, and I told her that. She said, wow, think about that. So that's pretty awesome.
Synchronicities abound these days, and boy, did they abound this weekend. My goodness, Brian, you would have absolutely had a blast. Anybody that was there absolutely did, but everybody was asking for you, as you know, and we called you, and we had a whole total giggle fest on your phone, just all over your phone. We blew it up, as they say. Then everybody was like, so did he call back? Did he call back? And I'm like, nah, he never calls back. Truth is, I didn't ask you to, but yeah, I don't think I did anyway.
Hey, I have video evidence that is archived to prove that it was just hysterical laughter and no request for a return phone call. But fortunately, Randy did call me back.
That's right.
And we had a nice little chat. And gosh, yeah, I wish I could have been there in Density. Next time around, well, I'll do my best. You guys are so far, that East Coast thing.
I know.
You know, I'm gonna have one out here in Southern California. So gosh,
so we've got one coming up. We've got
little butts out here.
The next
when is that again?
October 19th.
That's like
for the weekend of October 19th.
Yeah,
that's a month and a half away.
Right, and it's going to be in Asheville, which is pretty hot spot as far as the energies. Not that we need any extra, but wow, I can't even imagine what it's going to be like to have to be in Asheville, which is kind of like being in Sedona. I mean, you got real similar energies there, and so yeah, it's going to be really interesting. We had several of the crew that came from that area, so. Yeah, I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, I know it will be because you guys got a good crew, and doesn't matter where you go with a good crew. Good crews have fun because they're together.
Absolutely.
So.
Hi, Sheila.
That's right.
Sheila just logged in. Got to say hello to Sheila. She was a blast. Oh my gosh, everybody was so much fun. Maggie, there's Maggie. Hi y'all. She said, hi y'all.
Hey, how many out of 30 people? How many had the
North Carolina?
North Carolina accent? Yes.
Oh goodness.
Half?
Well, let's just say nobody could do it quite like Randy could. He definitely. But
Jerry says lots.
Yeah, there were quite a few.
Based on the chat room, it looks like this is like the North Carolina Randy meetup show today. It's everybody in there. It looks like.
But we also had two with English accents. Not Randy. We had Jerry and Sheila, both from the UK. So that was fun, and boy, was that a blast to sit and listen to them talk about how that works for them. But yeah, a lot of the people, most of the people were from the southern North Carolina area. So it was fun.
Well, I want to hear some stories, Dagnabbit.
Well, I see a whole lot of people with their hands raised.
Already?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Of course. So how about we go ahead and start it off and let it roll, because we're probably going to have quite a few. So
why don't you? Because Judy, I think we have probably some people in the listening audience that weren't there and maybe have no idea what we're talking about.
Okay.
Why don't you give a background as to what went down this weekend before you start bringing calls so people know what's up?
Okay, well, let me just start out by saying that every time I think about trying to put it into words, they just fly right out of my mind, because it was just, to me, I was telling somebody earlier, what this felt like to me was this huge vortex, everything's still spinning, all these wonderful things happened, but it's not as if they happened in any kind of sequence. It was just this huge vortex of energy with happenings and synchronicities everywhere, and to try to put it into some kind of sequence is really difficult for me.
Oh, I more meant the background of how the event came together and what that was all about.
Oh, okay.
You guys can share stories when you have callers come on. I'm talking about like how it all came to be.
Oh.
Because that's magical in and amongst itself, in my opinion.
Absolutely. You know what? I think I'm going to hand this one on over to Randy, because, Randy, you know better than anybody how this happened. This started with your call-in to the show about the first time just driving by the farm and saying, what do I do about this? Do I go to a bank?
Right.
And go from there, Randy.
Well, it's amazing, because I think it really started in the chat room with a few women talking about we need to do a meetup. And I think Linda and Angie and Maggie, I think, were probably the root core of this meetup, and from there it just exploded. And there was a lot of people that didn't even get to come; they had to cancel. So anyway, it started in the chat room, and it, like I said, it exploded from there, and people started sending emails and getting in contact with each other, and I think it would be best if we just hear from some people who helped to set this up, like Angie and Linda and Maggie, first of all, if we could, and
right.
let them do some sharing with us, because
sure.
I really feel like that these people were Linda was probably the administrator. I call her the administrator of this whole thing. So if we can hear from them and let them share with us a little bit about what they had going, because the chat room was the starting point.
Well, and to me, I felt like it came from your call-ins first. You called in the one night and said, so I'm driving by this place, and, I'm just loving this place. And then the next, it was like you saw a for sale sign on it that day, and you were saying, what do I do with this? Do I go to the bank? And everybody was like, oh, yeah, don't even think about that. Why don't you just go and, imagine it being yours, and go up and talk to the guy who owns it. And so the next night you called in and you were standing there and you're like, guess what, guys? I'm standing on my farm.
Yeah.
And I think that's when the flurry of chat room conversations started coming about. And
Lisa
can I?
Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
Lisa was excited that I could manifest something like that quickly, and I think that's how it all got started, was the manifestation of something that just seemed impossible at the time. And
you know what, Randy, I wasn't on that show. I was out of town or something. What was it that you said to that guy, the owner, to get him to work with you without having to go through the whole traditional route? So you found this farm, you wanted it.
Well, everybody knows my work ethic. I'm a hard worker, and I just went up to this man and started talking to him, and some people had already been talking to him evidently about me, and he was interested in helping me out immediately when he heard my name. So we got started talking, and a job opening came open with the man, and he was like, I just want to help you, and in whatever way I can. He said, people like you who work hard deserve a break in life, and they deserve to be helped. And he said, I want to be that person for you. So he said, whatever you need to do, we'll do it. And that's pretty much the gist of that conversation. And I didn't know how important that was at the time, but I realize now that, that's not something that everybody can do. And I just feel very humble for that.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's gonna get to be something that everybody can do, because that is something that is, as part of our technology, and that you showed people that it could be done within 24 hours. That was pretty amazing. And what I was going to say before is I just wanted to put a huge shout out. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to the email conversations, just because I didn't think I was coming, and then all of a sudden, just a week before, I was just like, oh my gosh, yeah, I feel this. I'm coming. I'm going to go. I'll be there. I'll see you soon, kind of thing. But I know that Linda put an enormous amount of energy into this, and Linda lives there, and what a beautiful, beautiful spirit every single one of you are. But oh my gosh, it's just absolutely amazing how, Linda rocks, Jerry, you're right, she does. Maggie rocks, all of you rock. I can't believe that I actually had the opportunity to meet you all, and what a beautiful experience it was.
Sounds like with all the people at rock, sounds kind of like a rock party.
It was a rock star party for sure. It definitely was.
It was definitely a laugh fest.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So are we ready now? Can we take a caller now?
Let me see here. Let me check. I'm going to go with Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So we've got area code 864 on the line right now. So let me pull you on. Hold on a second. I didn't do that right. Area code 864. Who are we talking to?
Hello, this is Lynn. This is Linda's backup. Hi. You beautiful people, and Judy. And I love y'all. And I just want to say my wife, Linda, who is an accountant by trade, is a tremendous organizer. And I remember she called Randy and said, would you mind if maybe a few people, like 30, just appeared at your place? And all of a sudden it was starting to manifest, and she was on the computer for probably 6 hours a day for like a week, and brought this thing all together and got people, told them directions, how to get there, where we're going to be, and what the agenda might be, although we kind of went with the flow it, and had a...
We were in the inflowment.
Inflowment, right. Anyway, we got down there, and all of a sudden there were just kind of like 7 of us, I think, 6 or 7 of us, and we were there in the patio, and I swear the energy level, there was a vortex of energy that would have, it did. We went back to the room, and we're sitting there talking again and sharing, and it's unbelievable how you can share with people you've never met and feel like they are family you've known all your life. and the vibration was just perfect. It just brought us all up to a different level or dimension, and we were sitting there in the room, and all of a sudden we had the meditation and the Imagine, John Lennon's Imagine, and the internet just went boop and stopped. And all of a sudden we looked at each other and started wondering what was going on. And we looked over here, and the hall light in the motel, our room, went on, and there was no one around it to turn it on. So I'm telling you, the energy was unbelievable. And I know Linda and I both feel blessed that we were there, that Lightning Rod had this farm deal, because it was kind of like a gathering point for people to come and share, and it never stopped the whole time we were there for 4 days. It just got more intense. So I recommend it, and I'm sure we're going to the one in Asheville. Thank y'all.
Woo!
I got to give a quick shout out to I wasn't there, but just to Linda. You know, I saw all the emails come through from Linda organizing things, and while I didn't respond to all of them, I certainly did see all the work that she was putting forth, and it shone in her writing and her diligence in kind of helping get the whole thing together. So, gosh, much love to you, Linda, and everybody that was there, and everybody that made an appearance. I wish I could have been there, but I got to say, Linda, Herculean effort in getting that together. I went.
Amen.
I know. I don't know where it's coming from.
And Lynn, what a lucky man.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And it wasn't, she didn't quit after she had it organized here. When she was there, even though she's in a wheelchair and disabled, she went around to every person and made sure they were getting what they needed and was comfortable, and if whatever. She was a light worker while she was there.
Big time. Her energy was is so beautiful and so loving and so accepting.
I'm a lucky man.
Well, she's a lucky woman too, because you shine too, my dear. You shine big time.
Thank you, Judy. So do you.
Thank you, sweetie.
I gave Lynn the nickname of Moses while we were there because he had such a. I tell you, the man is a leader. He's a leader waiting to emerge.
Well, we brought down a tablet, and the tablet said "Imagine" on it. It was a piece of stone that was probably about 12 inches wide and probably 4 inches, or 12 inches long and 4 inches wide, and it had perfect Roman letters written on it, "Imagine." And Randy found this on the ground where we were. We started gathering around, and everybody just kind of went into shock. And then we gathered around it and held hands and had a meditation, and everything just got better.
Wow, that's such a cool story with that Imagine stone. I can't even believe that. What?
That's hard to believe. And Lightning Rod just looked at everybody like, "Is this a joke? Did somebody put this here, or what is happening?" And everybody looked around, and he looked to see if somebody was playing a joke on him or had come in. Nobody was, accounted for it. It just appeared.
It must have been in the garden at one point in time and fallen down into the ground. What's interesting about that too is that Jenny had just given him, just before that he found that, given him this beautiful little ingot that had a dragonfly on one side, and he turned it over and it had Imagine on it. And as he was moving around, he kicked the stone on the ground and turned it over, pulled it out of the mud, and it had Imagine on it.
All I can say is Imagine. I mean, that word has always resonated with me because of the word image. We are all created in the image of Spirit. And if we realize that and go ahead and let it flow out, there is no telling what is going to happen to this world.
Well, and we get to imagine what it's going to be, so that's what we do when we're coming together.
That's true. We can imagine, and then all of a sudden it'll start appearing.
Exactly.
There's a little bit more to the story that's not been shared yet, but when I picked this thing up, my hands were stained from the stain on this piece of tablet, as Moses calls it. My hand was stained. My hand was stained the whole weekend from this tablet. So something about that was just precious to us.
You want to hear an awesome Imagine quote?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you imagine what you desire, you will what you imagine, and at last you create what you will.
That's the image
beautiful.
of the Creator right there.
Yep.
I'll put that in chat. That's worth sharing.
That's beautiful.
So cool.
Thank you.
So, Lynn, I got a question for you, my man, because you sound awesome and everybody is raving about you. How long have you and Linda been married?
32 years. We met in Lubbock, Texas. We were both from Lubbock, Texas, there at Monterey High School. And we never knew each other, and we came back to Lubbock, I did, and she was there with her accounting business. And I was just kind of wandering lonely around. And I asked Spirit, I said, I have messed up 2 marriages. I want you to choose me a wife this time. 3 days later, I was walking down an aisle. A chair came out in front of me. I bent down and said, hello, what is your name? And she said, Linda. We started talking, and 11 days later, we were married, and now it's 32 years.
Oh, my God. What? Oh, my God. You guys have all heard that story. I haven't, probably. 32 years later, Lynn, what's your secret, buddy? You got to tell me, because I know there's a lot of people on this call that will want to hear as well. As a 32-year-old man, which is my age, what's the secret to a 32-year happy marriage?
The secret is letting the other person be an individual and not trying to control them. And just, if you see something you like, thank them. And just be honorable to them and polite. You don't have to drop your politeness just because you're married. And one thing Linda and I had was a tremendous foundation, a spiritual foundation, and we decided we would study every religion in the world, plus all the metaphysical books we could get. And we began a session of reading each other a book a night for months and months. And so we shared that one thing in common over and over. We were just questing for knowledge and truth. And then we devised our own quote. We don't have religion, but we have a spiritual foundation. And that is forever.
That's just beautiful.
Wow. All right. I
Beautiful
also want to throw this out
Brian.
there that Linda, you are also a lucky woman.
Okay.
That's you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, buddy.
And my love.
That was such
my
a
love
beautiful
to both
question.
Of you.
Thank you, Lightning Rod, Aaron Lightning Rod, Randy. Randy.
Mr. Sunshine.
Mr. Sunshine. Let me tell you, people, Mr. Sunshine lives up to his name. He just beams. He is such a lovely being, and I feel so honored to have met him and everybody else there. Just every single person I met was just so beautiful, and I can't even tell you how thrilled I am and honored that I that I am. And I'm so excited that you're all on here tonight, or most of you anyway. So thank you, Lynn, for calling in, and thank you so much for sharing.
Thank y'all. Y'all are beautiful people, and just keep up what you're doing, because there's thousands I know that would like to experience what we did. And there's going to be many, I think, reunions and, people wanting to have get-togethers from now on, because it's very special, and you realize that we all are one.
Thank you so much for calling in, Lynn. Much love to you, buddy. I look forward to meeting you someday.
Thank you. I hope to meet you. Thank you.
And Lynn, I got to say, Lynn's eyes, I love Lynn's eyes. And I just posted the pictures today, Lynn, and you can see your eyes.
Did you?
Yeah,
did you? I couldn't believe when you said that my eyes, the ring around my eyes was turning blue. I have dark brown eyes. And Judy came up to me and said, "Did you know your eyes are turning blue?" I said, "Wow." And then I looked at her eyes. We looked in the sun and everything, and sure enough, hers were too. So there's something there's an energy that is beyond our knowledge working there.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Angie. I saw what you just said. That was precious. Thank you, sweetie. But Lynn, you're absolutely right. There is something in this, obviously, because they were getting ready to leave. I was saying goodbye to Lynn, and Linda was talking with somebody in her beautiful, beautiful way, and I looked at him, and he's got these just most stunningly sparkly brown eyes. He's a beautiful man, and I was looking at him, and we were talking and saying our goodbyes, and all of a sudden I noticed that the rim around his eyes was this deep, deep blue, and I'm like, oh my gosh! Oh, let me get my camera.
I forgot the giggling and the laughing. As far as they say that laughing is the best medicine, it is. I was feeling no pain. I was just loving it. We giggled and laughed for hours. Somebody say one word and we all start giggling.
Maybe it's the giggling and all the laughing that makes people's eyes change color. Maybe that's the key.
Maybe.
And maybe that's it. Yeah. I know we were just in another dimension.
They say the eyes are the window to the soul, and you could just see deep into everybody's soul that was here. I mean, there was not a single person that you could not look into their eyes and see deep within them the truth of who they were.
I got to say one quick thing. Because of all of this, the meeting and the one people and the people I've met and the new communities and things like that are going to be popping up, I have a lot of training, Lynn and I both, in alternative healing. And I haven't done anything for years. We're retired now. And I just put everything kind of on the shelf, left it behind. Well, I got in there today and looked at one of my books and read a passage in it. It's called Body Electronics, but anyway, I read a passage in it from a doctor there that I studied with one of his disciples in Santa Fe, or we both did, and all of a sudden it just came over me. My intent and commitment to this one people happening, I used to be an old hippie happening, anyway, because of this, I have been reinvigorated. And I want to say I am intent and committed to be a healer in the one people's community.
Yeehaw.
So it revived my interest and my love of that. We lived in a community for 4.5 years, and I did a lot of healing work there. So I'm going to get back into it. So thank you, Randy.
I love to hear that.
Thank you, Lightning Rod.
All it takes is intention, my man.
Yep.
That's it, sir. That's it.
I'm looking forward
intention.
to right, and I'm looking forward to doing more of that too. I haven't done it for a while, and other than my tarot card readings, never did get a chance to do yours, but we'll do it next time for sure.
We're going to do it up there in Asheville, okay?
Absolutely, absolutely. But I felt that as well as far as doing my energy healing, which I haven't really done for a while, and I miss it. And I did a little bit on Linda's foot that she ran over.
Oh yeah, I knew you would. And what you're doing now is so important for the time. And I think you'll probably be like me once you have a space. I bet you'll get back into it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I know
Right.
I know that what I'm doing right now is what I'm meant to be doing with the tarot readings. And thank you, Maggie. We had a with Maggie and her son. But anyway, it right now that is what Spirit's guiding me to do. But I know that that's so important, and I think we're all healers. We're all healing each other. We're all we're all expanding each other, which is what this is really all about. That's what this is.
Exactly.
Creating right now. We're expanding in a vortex and creating a whole new reality with our imagination. And the love that we are is, just so coming out. My foot is okay. Thank you, Judy. I'm so glad, Linda.
God bless you all, and thank you very much. And Linda and I will be listening.
Thank you,
I
Lynn.
love you, Moses.
I'll see you later, Lightning Rod Aaron.
Love you, Lynn. Talk to you soon, sweetie.
Gotta love a good bromance.
Bye. God bless you.
Yeah, definitely gotta love a good bromance. They're just phenomenal. Oh my goodness, wonderful! I'm having such a good time. I hope we can get all this in, and I've got another caller coming in, and I have a feeling this is Ricky. Ricky is the brother of Mr. Sunshine, and let me tell you, he does not fall far from Mr. Sunshine at all. He is, in fact, he doesn't fall anywhere from Mr. Sunshine. He's Mr. Sunshine.
Not Mr. Moonshine, right?
No, he's Mr. Sunshine as well. He's an amazing man, and I can't wait to bring him on. So, Ricky, I'm bringing you on right now. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you. This is Ricky, right?
Yes, it is.
Welcome, Ricky. Thank you for calling in.
Oh, not a problem.
Greetings.
I'm glad to be on. Greetings, yeah.
Greetings,
hey,
dear one.
Randy.
It's something that they do. Tell everybody about your meeting, what you say to each other.
Well, we both listen to Cry On. We both listen to Cry On, and Cry On always starts out his message with "Greetings, dear one." And so Ricky and I, when Ricky calls me, Ricky doesn't say it, but when Ricky calls me, I love to answer the phone and say, "Greetings, dear one."
Oh my God, brothers Ricky and Randy on the same radio show at the same time. Wow, what a treat. Ricky, hey buddy, I've heard so much about you. It's good to finally talk to you, my man.
Oh yeah.
Ricky Brian Ricky. Sorry.
Nice to meet you. Oh, you're fine. I had an awesome experience, so I'm really thankful to have been a part of it.
Well, so Ricky was there all weekend also? You were there too?
I came in on Sunday. I live about 3 hours from Randy, so I came in on Sunday because we had a wedding my wife's family had me to attend. So I got there on Sunday. I wished I'd have been there the whole time and got to meet everybody, but the ones I met became like family. I mean, it was one of the most awesome experiences I think I've ever had in my life. The energy was amazing. The people, I mean, I still remember everybody's name. That's tough for me. But I still remember everybody's name. The time that we spent was just laughing, and it was like, even though it was a group, you connected with each person individually at different times, and everybody got to know each other. Just mingling around, you would start up something with somebody, and like it's the right time to do it, and you just learned so much about people. But I had Judy was great. Oh, she was amazing. She taught me some things about what I was going through in life and how to face it and deal with it. And I left there with such amazing energy. I didn't want to leave when I had to leave, and I didn't want to. But I was wishing I could have stayed, but it was great.
We loved you. We just love your energy. We love you still, of course, but love your energy. What a beautiful, beautiful being you are. And everything that came from you came directly through that sacred heart space. And it was just, it brings tears to my eyes right now, even to think about it. And I'm just so glad that you were a part of it and that you came. And the love between you and Randy is just the most beautiful thing. The friendship that you have and the fact that you're brothers it was just beautiful to me. So thank you for offering that picture to me.
Oh, no problem. I was thankful that I got to spend time there with Randy myself, because I don't get to see him that often. We talk on the phone at least 2 or 3 times every day. And if I can't get a hold of him, then I'm sending a search party to find out why he's not answering his phone. But
Ricky, what do you think about? I'm sorry to interrupt you, buddy. You can finish your thought. But what do you think about Randy getting this whole thing coming together?
Oh, it's not surprising, because Randy has always had an energy about him all through life that a lot of people, it intimidated a lot of people that didn't understand it. And even as a child, I could see something different in Randy. Even though you couldn't understand it, you knew it was strong. And it doesn't surprise me that all these people came together because of Randy. It wasn't a shock to me at all. It might have been to Randy, but it wasn't to me.
That's
okay, so I gotta ask it. Oh, Randy, that's cute. I have a soft spot for close brother relationships, because my brother and I have a really close relationship too. It's super cool. Who's the older brother out of the two of you guys?
He is, but I act like it.
Okay, so Ricky, I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick, buddy, because it's gonna be funny.
Okay.
What's your funniest memory of Randy as a child in your growing up years together?
Oh, mercy, yes. Let's see. Gracious. We had an amazingly tough childhood, so we learned to make it through by being funny. We filled our lives with laughter in the dark times in order to get through. So it's tough to say. I mean, I can't think right off the bat, being on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Of any instance.
And Randy, gosh, if you want to jump in there and story about Ricky, I mean, I just got to hear one out of the two of you.
How about the story of the bird of paradise flap your nose?
Oh, okay, we'll go to that one. Randy had heard this song when we were younger, May the bird of paradise flap your nose, which would mean good luck to you. And Randy went to my cousin one day and told him, may the bird of paradise fly up your nose. So it really upset my cousin, and they got into a fist fight because he thought Randy was trying to insult him. Randy was trying to be loving to him and told him, may the bird of paradise fly up your nose. Well, he wasn't too tickled about that. He didn't want anybody flying up his nose.
Randy, didn't sound like it worked out the way you planned it, my man.
No, he didn't spread the joy that day.
It's okay. It's okay. He made up for it in all the years of the rest of his life spreading so much joy. So no knocking you for that, my man.
No, he drew. He punched me in the nose and gave me a nosebleed, and I just was like, no, something's wrong here. I don't understand why you're hitting me.
I was laughing, of course. I was little brother. It was funny to me.
Oh my God, you guys are too much fun. Wow, silly.
Oh my goodness. And also, I mean, I don't know if this is the right time or what, but I talked with you, Ricky, about what you'd been through, and you told me that story about you and your wife, and my heart just grew from that. And when I asked you if you would share that online, you said yes, and I'm not sure if you're still comfortable doing that or not, but I just think it's beautiful, and I think that it would be helpful to probably more people than we can imagine if you're willing to do that.
Absolutely, and let me give a little background on it. My whole life, I have always known that that we all decide where we are in life, and I've always had a spirituality, but didn't quite. Our dad's a preacher, so I didn't quite connect to the things he was telling us, but I always had something in me that I knew there was more out there than what he said. But my wife and I had been married about 11 years, and we started going through a tough time because of some things in our lives that were really, really, really a big struggle, and it created a stress and a strain on our marriage, and we decided to split up. And I moved 3 hours away. Actually, the reason I moved 3 hours away is because I'm riding down the road one night, and I'm like, Lord, just tell me what to do. Just give me something that says what should I do. And I got a phone call from my boss and asked me did I want to move to the beach. And I'm like, well, how am I going to get to work tomorrow? And he's like, no, we're going to move you to Wilmington. I'm going to let you drive a tractor trailer for me, which is something I manifested because it's something I've always wanted to do in my life, and I've always wanted to live at the beach. So positive things came out of this experience, but it wasn't an easy road. And on the way home one day, or on the way back to the beach from visiting my wife and kids in Burlington, I just looked up and asked, this is hard. Am I doing the right thing? Am I supposed to be down here, or am I supposed to be there? Well, I came up to a rest area, and I decided I'd pull in, and I don't know why I did it, but I stopped, and I get out my little smartphone, and I'm playing on Facebook, and I'm just sitting there. I'm not tired. I'm not sleepy. And there were people all over the place, hustling and bustling, and, I'm in my own little world, and this car pulls up beside of me. I didn't pay any mind. It sat there quite some time like I was. Well, then I thought, what are you doing? Something just told me, get on the road. It's time to go. So I thought, well, I'll go use the restroom first before I get on the road. So I get out of my car, and I go around this other car sitting there, and this little old lady sticks her head out the door, and she said, sir, can you help me? And I was like, yes, ma'am, I'd be glad to. And I said, what's wrong? She said, can you help me with my GPS? I don't think it's working right. I said, oh, I'd be glad to. So I take her GPS, and she gets out of the car, and she comes around me, and she's on the other side of me standing there, and I'm looking at her GPS, and I said, where are you headed? She said, South Carolina. She gives me the address, and I was like, it looks like it's working correctly to me. And she said, oh, it is. She said, it definitely is. She said, but I had to use that to get your attention because that's the kind of person you are. You like to help people. So I'm like, okay. Then she proceeds to start telling me that she says, let me introduce myself, and she gives me her name, and she says, I'm an angel. And she said, there are many angels in your life, but I'm the first one to introduce myself. And then she proceeds to tell me everything in detail that I'm going through in my life, and tells me that I'm doing the right thing, and that I had been sitting there waiting on her to get there. And she said, you've been here for 20 minutes, and you've been waiting on me to get here. And she said that God wanted you to know that you're doing the right thing in your life, and that told me that I had a friend in my life that was bad, to get him out of my life, told me what my kids were going through, how they would handle it, and that my wife had some growing up to do, and I had some growing up to do, and then gave me some other personal information she told me to never share that was between she and I. And then when she got ready to leave, I'm still standing there with my mouth open, because there's no way this little old Jewish lady from Florida would ever know anything about my life. She said that God wanted me to know that the rest of my life would be truly blessed. And when she said, now, can I have a hug? And I was like, oh, yes, absolutely. And she said, well, there's a right way and a wrong way to hug someone. she said, when you go to hug someone, if they're just an acquaintance, you put your right side over their right side when you hug them. She said, but when you're friends and you love that person and you want to show love, you put your heart over theirs when you hug them.
Heart to heart hug. Yep.
And she said, now which way do you want to hug me? And obviously I put my heart over hers, and she departed ways with me, gave me her phone number. I don't remember that I could even find it, but she told me, she said, you don't have to tell anybody that you met me, because some people will believe that I'm a seer and some people won't believe it's true. She's like, but I know you do. And there's no way I could deny that was an angel. And in my opinion, angels are energies, and
right.
They come through people. Even, some of us are angels at times and don't know it because the energy is guiding us, in my opinion. I'm not a famous philosopher, but that day changed my life, because I left that place, that rest area, knowing that I had no reason to stop there, knowing that I had truly been waiting on her and didn't know it. And everything she told me was to a T, and I left there with the biggest peace in my life, and I've been a changed person since.
And he got back with his wife and his kids, and everything's beautiful.
Oh yeah, my wife and I are back together, and the relationship has never been this good.
That is an amazing story.
My life is truly blessed, because I drive a tractor trailer now, what I've always wanted to do in my life, and I live at the beach, and I've got my wife, and I got a relationship with my brother. As a matter of fact, my birthday was right before that, and I hadn't spoke to my brother in a long time, and he calls me on my birthday at midnight, was the thing that my wife and I do, and he calls me shortly after I hung up with my wife and says, hey, I wanted to call and wish you happy birthday. He said, the angels woke me up and told me to wish you happy birthday. And
wow.
no one in my life knew it, but this is why I had just moved to the beach, and I'm out there by myself sitting on my birthday going, woe is me, There's nobody here to celebrate my birthday. And my brother calls me and tells me the angels woke me up and told me to call you and wish you happy birthday. So
wow.
I know I'm
oh, my God. Well, that's a game changer, my man. That's a game changer, brother. Yeah. You hear something like that happens, your life's never the same. And I have a couple angel stories myself, but boy, oh boy, that one deserves to be published in some awesome angel book somewhere.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, it just exudes from you, Ricky. You have the most beautiful energy, and you have so much love that just pours from you. There is absolute joy that pours from you, and it's so real. There's just no questioning it. And I just want to, again, thank you for sharing that with all of us and sharing that story, with me and the others at the party, because it was just beautiful.
Oh,
you're beautiful.
Thank you. I mean, the everybody at the party was amazing. Everybody there was. It truly. The energy there was so overwhelming, and I think one time when we did the meditation with the drum, and I think Sheila was doing the sage and the feather, and I think Linda, when the meditation was over, Linda said, "Was everybody levitating?" And it's. At that time, I felt like I was truly levitating and having to come back down when it was over. But I don't think I ever truly came back down.
That's awesome. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, well, there's got a lot of interference here somehow. But anyway, I just wanted to thank you again. Brian, are you there?
I'm here. I was muted, so it's not for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's either Ricky or Randy. I'm not sure which one, but anyway.
I don't. It's not me. I'm sitting here. I cut my truck off and I'm quietly in the dark.
Randy.
Randy.
You there?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, we can now. What would you do? Dishes or something?
It's better. That it was definitely
Are you driving a tractor, Randy, on your phone right now on?
No.
Blog Talk?
I'm actually sitting back in my recliner listening to my brother talking. I'm absolutely loving it.
A legitimate bromance. Literal blood bros.
And I'm going to throw this out there. As many times as I have been on the show, Ricky's been listening, and every time I get on, he always has a call or something that takes him away. So this is the first time we've been on the show together where he's actually heard me on the show. So
yeah, he's right. He'll call me after the show, and I'm like, as soon as I have the phone, I'm like, you were on the show, weren't you? Because my boss will call me, or my wife will call me, or somebody will call me, and I have to switch from the show to them, and I'm like, you were on the show, weren't you? I had to get off. I know you're on it. And if I'm on it all night, he's never on it.
Wow.
But thank you guys so much for what y'all do, that y'all got all this started and that y'all are putting forth the effort and everything, because it is amazing to me to listen, and it's given me I think we did a tarot reading. Judy, remember my tarot reading a little bit? I don't know, but it really changed my life a lot, because I was raised in the Southern Baptist Church, but it never resonated with me, everything they were saying. And with everything that's going on, it's like I'm realizing that there are other things out there that we don't understand, that we don't know, and it's not always black and white.
Right.
And you got to open your mind and your heart, and what resonates with you is what should work with you, not what someone tries to tell you is the truth.
Right.
I'm just wondering how it's possible to have two brothers that have such a strong spiritual foundation. It's so rare to have that. I'm just kind of blown away and baffled.
Brian, what's wild is that they hadn't talked in almost 10 years until Randy made that phone call on Ricky's birthday, which was just not that long ago.
How long ago was that?
This September 14th will be a year ago.
Okay.
15th.
Whoa, you got a birthday coming up in 10 days.
I think both of them do. Is that right? Both of you have a birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Randy's is exactly 2 weeks after mine. Now, mind you, he's 4 years older, but his birthday is exactly 2 weeks after mine. And
let's throw that out there.
Get this, my wife's birthday is on the same day as my brother's.
Oh, cool.
My wife,
well, happy
my
birthday
brother,
to all of you.
Yeah, big time. You guys have an awesome family. I want to be part of the Randy Ricky family. Are you guys adopting by chance right now?
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. We've already made you our honorary brother.
Along with Wes, who is my big brother. Or he's our big brother.
That's right. Wes is our big brother.
And Lynn and oh my gosh.
What an honor. I feel like we should go out and build a treehouse right now or something.
Exactly, yeah. We should go catch crawdads in the creek or something, yeah.
Oh my goodness, you go way back. Yeah, Randy and I were raised on a farm, and so we played outside and with nature most of our lives. And I think, like I said, Randy's always had something special about him in my eyes. That may be the same for him, but we can, I have a memory like you wouldn't believe. I have a photographic memory, and I can tell Randy things that he doesn't remember. But he always, even when we were apart, we could feel each other. And it's like, I always knew Randy was okay or not okay, even if he was around me. Wasn't around me. And I'm so thankful for all the people that are there for Randy now and looking after him, because, like I said, I live 3 hours away. I enjoy talking to him, making sure he's okay, and knowing that he has got such special people in his life now means the world to me.
God, I love your
beautiful.
love.
Well, I wasn't raised on a farm, but I'm a product of two hippies, so I like to play outside nature too, my man. So we'll be good brothers.
I just took. Sorry, there you go. I unmiked Ricky just for a second by mistake. Anyway. So anyway, Ricky, thank you. Love you so much. Love your energy. Thank you so much for calling in, and big hugs to you, okay?
All right, y'all too. Y'all have a great night.
All right,
thanks,
sweetie.
Ricky.
Listen in for the rest of it. This is going to be fun. Even more fun. Or not even more fun, but just as fun.
I love how all you guys bring out Judy's Southern accent. It's so awesome.
Y'all.
Yeah.
And it's funny. Which is funny. They're having the next gathering October 19th where I was born.
So you were born there. Very cool. But you know what's interesting about that, Ricky?
I was born
in
the town called Baxter. What?
What's interesting about that is the last gathering in Morocco was where I was born.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! And the funny thing was the one y'all just had is where Randy was born.
Exactly. Oh wow! I didn't think about that, Ricky. Hey, Ricky, before you go, I want you to read to everybody what you put on Facebook, what you text me a while ago.
Judy, I found it. Do you mind, Judy? I'm not trying to hog the show.
No, please, go ahead, honey. Go ahead.
This is for all those people that post stuff on Facebook that is hurtful, and not thinking. But this is what I wrote one day. My wife called me and told me, she said, look on Facebook. There was this guy slandering his family and da-da-da-da. So I'm the type of person, and Judy and I talked about this, that I don't think I let it flow. Things just come through me like energy. It's like sometimes I'm not even talking. But I put this on there. It says, to all that don't realize, let me explain. Facebook is not your therapist. It does not hold your hand, give you a hug when you're having a bad day, or wipe your tears of pain. It can, however, give people keyboard courage and keep record of your ill-guided thoughts and show the world your loss of control, even if for a brief moment. Just remember that the words can hurt, scare, and destroy lives, and if you have two faces, they both show on Facebook. Choose your post carefully. Remember, when you're mad or hurt, that Facebook keeps record for the world to see. Love is not jealous. Love is kind. Love is never ending, even when you're hurt. And love keeps no record of being wrong. Talk it out. Don't type it out.
Oh, wow. You wrote that?
Is that?
Yes.
Yeah, he wrote that.
I sat there and typed that out. The minute she told me, she was like, want me to respond to him, and I'm like, here's my response.
You didn't think about it. You let it flow through you. I know how that feels. Yeah, that's when you don't have to go back and say, ooh, was that right or was that right? You just know that it was a flow.
Yeah, that's from another place, buddy.
Yeah.
Good for you, Ricky. Good for you.
If these guys live in that place, yeah.
I think we should post this on the Randy's Road Trip Facebook page for everybody to read because it's.
Well, I have it.
I tell you.
Randy just
awesome.
texted it to me, and I'll get it on there, or you can put it on there too. Are you on that yet?
No, I need to get on there.
Yeah, you need to friend me. Remember, I'm on Facebook probation. I'm in Facebook jail, so you're going to have to friend me. Or maybe you already did.
Oh,
you already
right.
did. Yeah.
We're friends.
Anyway. we have all these other people that want to talk to, so I'm going to go ahead and let some of them in here. And love you so much, and big humongous hugs to you. Okay.
Hey, Ricky, peace and love, brother.
You too, buddy. I appreciate it. Enjoy meeting you. Y'all have a great time.
You too, man.
See you soon. Hopefully you'll be there in Asheville. Talk to you soon, baby. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. Whew. This energy is just amazing, isn't it? I mean, oh, my gosh. So here we've got Sheila. Hi, Sheila.
Hi.
How are you, darling?
Hey, me old mates, how you diddling?
Listen, folks. I'm going to call the flippin' police.
Don't you start.
Oh, my God.
I don't even know that inside joke, but it's funny.
No, Jerry will tell you the story of that joke. Jerry started it the whole flipping weekend. Anyway, I apart from telling every single person on this call on the weekend that I love them with all my heart and soul, and that is something that will be there for life and beyond, always. And don't anybody ever forget that. Except I'm upset with Milo sleeping with everybody. Still.
Give Milo a hug for all of us.
Okay. For anyone who doesn't know, Milo's my dog, and he's a tart. Okay. And that's an English word that means someone that sleeps with everyone.
we call that I don't know what we call it. We have lots of names for it, but I like talk.
Yeah, it's a kind of cute one.
Let me add, he also slept with me. So.
He doesn't care which sex it is either.
Oh.
That was just like this whole weekend was either one way or another. It was either totally awesome, or it was just flipping hilarious. That was the whole thing, the whole weekend. It was nothing in between, either one or the other. But I'd like to say something, actually. I was going to say something, and I can't see him in the chat room, so I really hope he's listening. I want to say that this person is very, very, very special to me, and I'm going to explain why. I first connected with him at the hotel as soon as I walked in the door, and it went on from there. And I want to say, this person, Chasey baby, I hope you're listening to me. What happened was, I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to tell you what evolved afterwards. I walked into the hotel, me and little Milo, and there were a few people gathering already around the fireplace in a circle, and there were some benches in the middle. And I just sat down anywhere, and it happened that Chase just sat down anywhere next to me. And we turned around and looked at each other. This was after, of course, greeting everybody else and hugging. And Chase and I looked at each other, and for some reason that neither of us envisaged, really, we just did the stare, and we just stared into each other's eyes for quite some time, until I saw something come out of his eye, and I just got the giggles. Anyway, fast forward to which night was this rainy bonfire night? I'm lost.
Oh gosh, Monday
Sunday.
night?
Sunday?
Monday. Ugh, I don't remember.
Randy, help me.
It was Sunday night.
Okay. See, none of us have got any brains left. Anyway, yes. So Sunday night. So we got rained out of the bonfire, which didn't bother anybody that was there because we knew something was meant. And this whole thing just evolved without any planning or anything. And Ricky mentioned earlier the drumming. Well, as we decided that it was never going to stop raining, everybody started bringing chairs in from outside, bringing their folding chairs out from their boots, trunks to you, and putting them, just arranging them anywhere. And when I looked, I noticed that they were all arranged around the table in an oval, which is quite curious. And then a little while ago, I had made this drum. I wanted to make an Indian drum, and I went to a class for drum making. And I just really love this drum that I make. It's not excellent, but to me, I think
it's excellent. I think it's absolutely stunning.
Thank you, Judy. And so, but anyway, I am really proud of it. So I poured it out of my bag, and I'm saying to everyone, do you like this drum I made? And so I was showing it to people. And then Lynn picked it up because he plays, and he was playing with it, and it's awesome. And then I'm going to go back to Chase now because I'm going to say something. And I know somebody here is going to tell me off for what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
I don't think so. Anyway, go ahead.
Not to mention any names, Sunshine. For 2 years, like the stupid idiot that I am, I've been wandering around everywhere searching for somebody and asking and praying for somebody to teach me how to own and play this drum properly. And everyone that I spoke to and had a go at it, I've had a go at it several times, it just didn't sound how I felt it wanted to sound. And then Chase says to me, let me see your drum. And my God, he picked up this drum and he totally owned it. He sung to it, he played it, and I'm getting goosebumps now. And I tell you, I was just standing there beside myself. And he then started to show me how to do it. And he was showing me how to sing really close to it to feel where the tones are, and how to run my fingers around it to show where all the different tones were. And I was just like, I never said to anybody there that that's what I really wanted. But something passed between us when we did that stare, and that was what came out of it. And that was really amazing. But that wasn't the end of it. For me, that was such a beautiful evening. Because, as I said, nothing was arranged, nothing was planned. And so Chase had the drum, and I turned around from talking to him and found myself face to face with this big sage stick that I'd brought with me, pointing at me. So I thought, oh, okay, I'm supposed to smudge. So usually I just walk around the outside of people smudging and then smudge, and sometimes I'll smudge someone, or sometimes I'll ask everyone to come up and smudge themselves. I don't know what happened this time. I just kind of disappeared. And I pitched up this sage stick and lit it, and then I saw all these energies swirling around everywhere. And so I started just waving my arms with this sage stick according to the energy, and then both of my arms just started floating, and then my feet started moving, and I had no clue what I was doing. I was just totally in the flow, and I really didn't care what I looked like or how stupid I looked, Sunshine.
I don't think anybody thought you looked stupid. I know that I was doing a tarot reading with somebody at the time.
But you felt it, didn't you?
Oh, my goodness,
Maya.
I can't even tell you. With Maya, let me just tell you, all of a sudden, it wasn't even a sound because I was so into the reading. It was an open room, so I wasn't far from it. I could hear the drums. I was doing the reading, and I was so into it that I really didn't think outside of it, other than the energies started embodying me. And they were so powerful. I was getting waves.
I'm getting the shivers again.
Yeah, I was getting these incredible waves that were so strong. I literally was like, I had the shivers from every cell in my body, every atom in my body was tingling with it. And I had to kind of sit back and say, oh, hold on a second with this reading, because this what you were doing there, Sheila, what was happening there was so intensive and so beautiful and so powerful that it took me over.
I can feel tears now. It came from nowhere.
I tell you.
Well, no, it came from everywhere. It came from
Sheila took on the embodiment of an Indian maiden at that point, and I tell you, she danced a beautiful dance around every soul here, and it was amazing. I've never seen anything so beautiful in my entire life with the drum and Sheila dancing. I'm telling you guys, it was amazing.
And I missed the visual of that, but I felt it.
There was nobody left out to video it, so that's a shame. But then it didn't stop, because then what happened when I'd finished smudging everybody and smudging the room, and it was like and I've never done this before anyway. When I went to smudge the people, I went up to every person and bowed and then smudged them. And I don't know, that was just what I needed to do. And then I finished, I turned round. Sorry?
It was perfect.
Thank you. And then I turned round and I smudged myself. And then I knew that my job was done, and I sat down. Now, Chase, when everybody had sat, so they thought haphazardly around the oval, Chase was actually on one end of the oval, and Lynn was positioned on the opposite end of the oval. Now, Chase had the drum, and he was playing it so beautifully and singing so wonderfully. And then Lynn started again, and they were both singing, and the drum was playing. And then after a couple of minutes, people around the circle just started singing. It was just really, really amazing. And then, with no word from anyone else, it stopped, and everybody knew that it was done. And it was just really, really, I'll never forget that. And I flipping love you, Chase.
I love the word smudge.
And you'll have
smudging everyone up in there.
You never heard the word smudge before?
No, I have. It's just been a while, and I just realized you saying it is what I think I love more than anything.
Well, it's that beautiful. It's that beautiful English accent, and I actually brought Jerry into the call so that she could listen to that through this, only because the two of you found such a beautiful connection between the two of you, because both of you are from the UK. And I wanted to bring Jerry in on this as well. Why not have several of us on?
Jerry, hello. What's going on here then?
Hi, sister. We had a laugh. We had so many laughs, and we kept remembering lots of the English comedy shows and stuff, and we kept doing. When we did Bring Me Sunshine, we did.
Bring Me Sunshine. That was a good one. We did, but we didn't do the best one, Jerry. We forgot to do the Ministry of Silly Walks.
Oh, yeah. We should have done that.
That would have been hilarious.
It would have been hilarious. That would have been a really good one.
If anyone hasn't seen that, you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, Don Cleese, the classic.
Oh,
Totally
Sheila.
classic.
Thank you for sharing that, because while I did not, I was right there, but I was turned slightly aside and completely in. Jerry, I'm going to bring you back on in just a second. There's too much background, but I'll bring you back on in just a second. Okay, sweetheart?
No problem.
Okay.
I know, Judy, and when you came back in, you said how much you were feeling and everything, so I know full well that you were never left out of it.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, I was doing exactly what I was meant to be doing, and
Yeah.
everybody was, and I didn't feel left out. I didn't feel like, oh gosh, I wish I would have, I mean, I can hear it in the background, but I felt it. I literally, every bit of my being felt it, and that was the most important thing. So it was really, truly, truly, truly beautiful, and I thank you for sharing your energies with all of us.
Hey, nobody's told me off yet.
Listen, I'm going to call the flippin' police.
Okay, all right. I got to hear the flippin' police.
Okay, here's the flippin' story.
What's the flippin' story?
There's a place in Tennessee called Flippin', and somebody took a picture of a flippin' police car that had the flippin' police on the side of it. So we just had a hilarious. That was the word of the weekend, the flippin' police.
And so I mean, it's like this place called Flippin', and the police car.
Place called Flippin'. Got it.
Yeah, a place called Flippin', and so the police car had the Flippin' police on the side of it, and somebody told a story, and it was just one of those things where you had to be there because the timing was perfection, and from that moment on, it was a thing between several of them where it was like Flippin' police and the Flippin', the whatever it was hilarious. And I know that they had a great.
Let me add a little bit to that. To have two people there from Britain area who could speak the language, to hear them say "flippin' police," it was like it just made it that much more special.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, thank you, Sheila. I love you so much, and
I love you too, Judy.
I feel so honored.
I love you all. I love you all.
You too, Sheila.
Oh, sweetheart, thank you so much for calling in, and I hope you call in more often because I adore everything about your energy and would love to have you share that with us more often. Okay, sweetie?
Thank you so much. I keep saying to people every time they ask me to call in, I flipping hate my voice, but still.
But you have a beautiful voice. I'm telling you. Your voice is
lovely.
Love
you, Brian. Love you, Brian,
too. Love you too, Sheila.
Bye.
Bye, darling.
Bye, Milo.
Bye, Milo. Oh, my goodness. That is so cool. So we're going to bring on Jerry. We've got a whole lot of callers, so I still have to get through a whole bunch of them. But let's go ahead and bring. Hi, Jerry.
Do I have to talk flipping quickly then?
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
I have a special request from Jerry. She read a poem when she first got there that night, and I don't think everybody heard it, but I would like for her to read that for us if she could. Starlight.
Oh yeah.
And before she does that, can I just say that if it weren't for Jerry, I would not have been able to come. Jerry came and got me, picked me up, took me there, provided a place for me to stay, and she kept me entertained the whole way there and the whole way back. And believe it or not, I'm not the one that was doing most of the talking. Am I right, Jerry?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I sometimes get verbal diarrhea, so it happens.
Oh, I love the verbal diarrhea. You can have it in me. That sounded really bad, but go ahead. That sounded really bad. That's fun. Anyway.
Wow, the silliness meter is like off the charts right now. But that's okay.
Yeah.
This is the Enjoy Show.
Yeah, and we got there. Jerry and I got there at like.
Oh gosh, yeah, that was brilliant, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, we got there. First of all, we were driving, and I didn't ask what time it was the whole time. One time I asked, and we looked, and it was 11:11.
Yeah.
And then when we got there, we unloaded and we came around. First of all, we drove up, and there were like we knew it was late, and there were about 8 or 9 people standing outside, and I'm like, oh my God, is that them? And I had this thing in my head that said, I bet they're going to wait up for us, some of them. And we drove up, and there were about 8 or 9 people standing outside looking at us as we were driving up with big smiles.
I said, wouldn't it be funny if that's them?
Yes. And I said, oh my gosh, that's Angie. I know that this is them. And they all kind of like waved. And we went and parked and got our stuff out and came back around. And I said, what time is it? And she's like, it's 1:11. Yeah, and we were up until I was up until 4:30, almost 5 o'clock that morning, something like that. Yeah, it was late.
And Judy hid my shoes, so I had to come barefoot.
I did.
I couldn't find them anywhere,
God.
and she put them underneath her suitcase, so I couldn't find them. And I know.
Oh my God!
I had to go into the loo with no shoes on because on the road.
And she left them. I thought maybe she left them at my house.
And I couldn't find them anywhere. And she
didn't care. She was like,
where were the flipping shoes?
Where are my flipping shoes? But she was like, oh, well, I've got another pair. If I need to put that other pair on, that's fine, but I don't really care.
Yeah, I didn't really care.
That was so funny. Anyway, please do share the poem with us, darling.
Yeah, I did that one a couple of times, didn't I? Because it's actually one of my favourite ones. And I've done it before on many of the shows, but it really is a really special message. So I guess anybody that wasn't there, it's worth hearing again. See the light that guides your star. Let it show you who you are. See the light that shines so bright. This light shines daily and at night. Ask your guides what you can do to help humanity start anew. Watch for footprints to guide you there. If it feels risky, do you dare? Now starts the new age. It's time for change. It might seem scary and somewhat strange. Do not falter. Walk brave and bold. It's time for the new. Out with the old. Hold your head up. Stand way tall. Assert that you are able for it all. There is only abundance, love, and peace, and all negativity you will release. It's a great message.
Deep breath in, deep breath out.
Yes, good stuff. And Brian, I'm working on your poem.
Yes. We had a little
Yeah.
We had a round table session. We did.
I can give you a little snippet. I've got one verse. I've got some.
No, I think I'd rather wait until the whole thing is done.
You got the whole thing, okay?
Unless you feel called to share the snippet, then of course I'll listen and giggle.
Yeah, well, it's about giggles.
I figured so much.
Yeah, and but I have been driving pretty much since I wrote these notes, so I've only just kind of stopped driving, apart from a few little moments of sleep.
God bless you.
I got home too, quite well, but
wow.
And I tell you what, let's go back to Chase. Chase has this CD, and it's called "I Love My Life," and the first song is called "I Love My Life," and I swear to God, I sang and cried the whole way the last 2 hours, I think. I must have sang it like 20 times. It is just so amazing, this song. It is just so, the whole CD is absolutely incredibly beautiful. The message is like huge. The music is gorgeous. His singing is incredible. This guy is like amazing. So I got to spend a bit of time with Chase because we went to zoo. It was really cool on Sunday. And I gave him my book. And he gave me his CD, and actually I shared a few books around all over the place, so a lot of people have a book.
Yeah, we all got your beautiful book. Thank you so much.
I just want Sheila to have one, but then she got all stroppy and and I had to give her one as well. No, I forgot. I missed her out when I was giving them out. She wasn't there, and I didn't realise I hadn't given her one. He told me I didn't love her. I said, no, of course I don't. I forgotten to give her the book. I hadn't really forgotten. I just missed her. She was hiding, I think. But anyway, Chase's album is absolutely awesome, and I really want everybody to hear it because it's absolutely flipping brilliant.
And let me tell you, when Jerry rocks out in the car, honey, she rocks out.
Oh, yeah.
Her head is bobbing.
Let's just say,
she is singing. Singing so loud and just loving every moment of it. When she gets into her rocking out, she rocks.
Oh,
what are you gonna say, Randy?
She really
Randy.
rocks out to. She really rocks out to the One People theme song. Yeah. She really does.
What time, y'all?
We had a dance to it too. She was in the driveway. And people came out, and she was blasting it from her cute little mini, and we were all on the deck just dancing to the One People song.
It was brilliant.
Oh, my God.
It was beautiful.
So funny.
Jerry, much love to you, sweetie pie. I love you.
You too, Randy. You guys are brilliant. It was just so much fun. Yeah, and Sheila was dancing from the pool when I was parked my car in my little spot, and Sheila was at the pool dancing when I was doing the One Tribe, y'all.
One Tribe, y'all.
One Tribe, y'all. It was so fun. Oh, yes, a good time was had by all. Anybody? I'll skip off and let everybody else some more have another giggle, and you just make your flipping selves, will you? I'll find that.
Well, you just be your flipping awesome self too, my dear, because I love you so much, and everybody does. And just major kudos and thanks and honor and everything to you, sweetheart.
Oh, good, and same back. All back.
All right.
You guys are great.
Thank you.
See you, Brian. Nice to catch you. Your poem's coming.
Yeah.
I promise.
Take your time, sweetheart.
Thank you. It'll be good.
Yeah.
I know it will.
So Jerry and Randy and I had a little round table discussion about we were just bringing out like things about Brian that just what comes to your mind when you think of Brian kind of thing, and it was fun. We had a blast with it.
Oh God, I would have loved to be a fly on the wall.
Oh yes, you would have.
You'll hear all about it, Mr. Brian Kelly.
You guys are so funny.
Oh my goodness! All right, well, let's go with another caller because we got lots and we don't have that much time. We're like flipping through this fast. Oh my goodness! All right, so we have area code 704. Hello.
Hello. Yes. Hi, everybody. It's Jenny and Wes and Chase and Cindy and Charlene.
And there's
Yay!
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. Hey, Chase, are you feeling the love, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute, Brian. He's from Minnesota. This isn't fair.
Minnesota's pretty.
Oh my God.
He's got more of a southern accent than I do.
The longer I sit down here, I start to get the southern accent.
You're working on it, buddy.
I'm not even trying. I'm just manifesting.
What's the update out there in living without money land?
Yeah.
So today we manifested a clean garden bed.
Clean garden bed.
And so we were pulling the weeds out of it. Fun. What else? Anyone else want to say anything?
That's Chase. Chase is such a quiet little fella. Chase is the guy he's sitting in the corner, but he's got more energy and intelligence than anybody around. And I tell you, when you look in Chase's eyes, if you don't see that guy's soul, you haven't looked at him.
That's true. That is true. So, Jenny, tell us what's going on there, sweetheart.
Well, it's been a very active day around here. We've been working on the all the lists of things that we think need to be or could be manifested or accomplished, and trying to decide which things are top priority. And what comes next after that. And of course the garden and getting the plants going is the first thing, so it can be doing its thing while everything else germinates. But
cool.
Basically we've been talking about how this little tiny plot of land is sort of like the beginning of many, as it spreads out across the country and across the world. Many communities will, benefit from what we're starting and also add to what we're starting, because we can't do everything. So everybody's going to be able to contribute from wherever they are, what they can do. And it's sort of like the Internet, we'll just all be connected in some way by, what our gifts are.
Well, there's that whole macrocosm thing that happens. The microcosm starts and it spreads out to the macrocosm. Look what happened in Morocco, and they knew it. They understood it. You all understood it, Brian, when you were all there. Lisa, I know you're listening. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. We love you so much. We love you so much for starting all of this, and without realizing, I think, even how amazing it was going to get. God bless you. We all love you so much. But, the whole thing that was happening in Morocco, they kept saying we're the microcosm, and this is spreading out to the microcosm. And you know what I'm talking about, microcosm spreading out to the macrocosm. And I think that that's what's going on with you guys. I think that this is a microcosm that is being. You don't have to worry about it, because it's just an energetic expansion that happens from that when the heart is employed. It's about the being. The doing comes from that, and from that it all just keeps reverberating, and those who are on a wave level that is synchronous with that will pick it up and find their places to do this.
Yeah,
There's my little
true.
rant for the day.
Yeah, I was telling Judy, before the call started, just how ridiculously impressed and blown away I am at all of you guys that stuck around on, just at the spur of the moment, at the end of the meetup, like, hey, we're all going to stick around and have a living without money experiment. I mean, that's, excuse my language, fucking awesome.
It's fucking awesome, man.
It's not flipping anything. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
And it's such a great example. It's like, I've had this conversation. I feel like it's a broken record with so many people about the people getting stuck on the how are we going to do this and how are we going to do that. Well, we want to do this, but what about this and what about that? It's like that nonsense. We're just going to do it and we'll figure it out as we go. I mean, that's an illustration of what it's like to live by example. And you guys are living by example right now, and that's how big change happens, when people just say, screw it, we're going to do it. Okay, that's getting tattooed on my head.
Wow.
You just made a rhyme.
Yeah, there's a new part for Judy. Screw it, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
I love what Maggie just said. It's flipping awesome. It's like this whole word flipping is, anyway, I thought it was fun. Just screw it and do it, Linda. Linda says, just screw it and do it. Just go ahead. Just do it.
I want to throw something in here. Chase was our youngest person here, and Edie is 87 years young, and
yes.
I hope she's on the call. Her area code is 828. If we could bring Edie in, I would appreciate that very much.
I don't have anybody here with 828 that is calling in with their hand up or without their hand up.
Okay.
That would be beautiful. I'd love to have Edie. Edie is just the most beautiful being. Oh, my gosh. And her beautiful daughter. Oh, incredible. Just incredible.
Yeah.
Ciel.
We have something else to say.
Please do.
Hey, so it's really amazing, but it's not as more simple than it seems. What we're doing. It's like what we did today was we went and took the weeds out of the garden and got that ready. We're just taking simple ideas and then you just do it.
Yeah.
Do it and do it, right? And so these are things that I don't know, if you're looking at making change in the world, just look at what you have. Start small.
You got to pull the weeds first, right?
Just try something new. Look up a how-to video, and here's another thing that we're planning on doing, and we did today. We kind of experimented with it, just collecting water from the air.
Condensation.
Yeah, just taking condensation and then you can drink it.
Mhm.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Go for it, Randy.
Is my brother Wes there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wes, get over
Bring
here.
Wes. Yeah, Wes, get over here. Get on the phone, buddy.
And before I say before he gets on there, I just have to tell you, Chase, that Sheila just said to tell you that she's practicing her drums.
That's another simple thing. When I played the drum, I just did what was natural.
You were being.
It was flipping awesome.
And I didn't realize how it impacted. That's actually really beautiful.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Awesome. You're a beautiful person, Chase, and we all love you.
I'm going to pass to Cindy for a moment.
Cool.
I just wanted to say that there were sort of two groups there. One group ended up at the bonfire. The other group got caught in the rain and didn't end up at the bonfire. And those are the ones, I guess you might call introverted, who are more contemplative. And a lot of what is occurring now grew out of that group. And so I just wanted to say hey to all the ones who were in that group. They're not the talkative ones. They're the quiet ones, but they're in the background doing a lot of, I guess you would call support work or energy work or whatever. So I just want to say hey to all of that group. Now I'll pass it on to Wes.
Beautiful.
Hey, Wes.
Hi, Randy. Let me say something before Wes comes on. Wes hasn't listened to very many of the phone calls, but I'm telling you what, Wes has got the spirits. Wes knows, and you can tell it by looking into his eyes. This guy is spot on. Spot on.
Spot on.
Remember, my word is fear, Randy.
What did you say, Wes?
Remember, my word was fear.
That's right. Your word was fear. That's right.
Did I miss
and
that?
for everybody to understand, we went around the room and we started one person, and they said, "Give me a word," and they had to describe everything or stand up and tell everything about that word. And as we went around the room and we got to Wes, the guy who, like I said, has not listened to many of these phone calls, his word was fear, which was given to him by my dear brother Ricky.
Mm-hmm. And that's when I walked into the room. I remember that.
So share with us, Wes. Come on, big brother.
Well, I did have the opportunity to pass if I didn't feel comfortable in doing so, but I faced that fear and responded in the best way I could. So I was brave, and a brave person is one who is not without fear, but does it anyway.
Right.
And must I add, you did an awesome job, Wes. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
While we have this moment, I would like to thank Brian for his blog, because I resonate so much with what he says on there. Especially about the light worker.
Yeah.
And when I first heard that term, I says, I'm a light worker, but it didn't really feel true to me at a deep level. And because of his blog, it's really enlightened me, and where Brian is going with his blog is just phenomenal for me. So thank you, Brian.
Well, you're so welcome, Wes. That makes my day hearing that, and I so appreciate your support, and I'm really glad to hear that the messages that I share have an impact on people. I mean, that's the fuel that I need to keep doing it. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Much love. Always.
Love back.
For sure. And what a great thing, the whole pulling weeds thing. Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah.
Like when you want to do a project, first thing you got to do is start pulling the weeds.
Right.
You know, it doesn't matter if you actually have real weeds to pull. I mean, that's just a great analogy for, you know, anything you want to do. You got to do. You got to clean out the closet. You got to pull the weeds. You know, you got to start somewhere, and then you plant the seeds. Right after you pull the weeds, then you plant the seeds, and then sooner or later you have a harvest. And
sometimes you have to break up the soil a little bit.
Sometimes you break up the soil a little bit. You give it tender, loving care. You talk to your whatever, and some of the seeds grow, and others don't. But sooner or later, you got to harvest of something.
And like what Cindy was saying earlier, sometimes you have to plant certain flowers around the crops so that the bugs, when they come in, only get the flowers and not the others. And so I get that as well. But we're all still one. There is no separation in my imagination, in my understanding.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Jerry, you're hilarious. Oh my God, she put the heck, it's the flippin' police picture on my Facebook.
Oh my goodness.
It's so funny. Oh,
I love you, Jerry.
Oh, big time. And I want to thank all of you who are there right now, and thank so much Jenny and Wes for offering your place and following the energy and allowing the energy to be what it is. And I know that, I know things are just moving and shifting, and, new creations are happening instantaneously. It doesn't take forever. And when you come from your heart, when you come from the place that is you, the love that you are, that is the creation of all creation, that is when everything just fills up. It expands. It's beautiful. The doing comes from that, but it comes naturally. There's not a forcing. And there was no forcing in this. This was just stunning. It was beautiful, and I love each and every one of you.
It just feels right for us, and we love everyone too, and we're glad to be able to be a part of it all.
Well, can't wait to see you all on October 19th, because I'm going to be there. I'm going to find a way. I've got to manifest something, and it's going to happen, and I'm just not worried about it. It's going to happen because I got to see your beautiful faces again. We're going to bring other people into this one as well, and more beautiful vortex creations will happen from it.
Yes, it will.
Yay,
We're
Judy.
looking. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for calling in, and please, 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 just be free to call in anytime. I love the callers. I love having you all call in. That's what makes this show.
Yep, absolutely.
So love you all.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, anytime, baby. Anytime. Big hugs around for all of you.
And hugs back. Love you.
Love you too, darling.
Love you guys too. Hey, nice work.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's not really work though.
No, it's
not.
not.
Really work.
No, it's a labor of
Hey,
love.
how about this? Awesome doing, y'all.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, we like. All right.
It's more appropriate.
Absolutely. Talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, good night.
Good night, sweet. All right, we've got another caller. What'd you say? Was that you, Randy?
I said love y'all.
I like having Randy in the background.
I love having him in the background. He's just an awesome guy.
Hey, Randy, you don't even have to say anything. Just knowing that you're there makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I mean that because sometimes, I want to rip my little hair I have out of my head. Just me.
It's funny how interestingly the two of you have a very similar look. And it's really funny because when I had a completely different vision of what Randy was going to look like. And when I saw the group, and I'm like, Randy's got to be in there. I know he's going to be in there. And I couldn't, figure out. And then I was like, really? Oh, wow. What? Randy.
Hey, Randy, Hey, Randy, we got more in common than I thought, buddy.
That's right, buddy. That's right. We got it going. Hey, Brian, we got it going on, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
God, I need an accent.
Oh, my gosh. I'm not sure who I have on here and who I don't have on here now. I think the person that was calling in before just dropped off, but let me check. Area code 919, are you there? I think I made him wait too long. Oh, well. Hello?
Is it Maggie? Is it Maggie?
Is that you, Maggie? Hello?
I can hear them.
You can hear them?
Yeah, well, I can hear
I hear somebody.
The open
Maggie
mic.
just said Karen. Is that you, Maggie? Are you on the line? Nope, it's not her.
Oh. Maggie, call in.
Maggie, call in. We want to talk to you, darling. You have the phone number?
This is really fun for me. I get to live vicariously through your guys' experiences. I feel like I was there.
Okay, so I took that one off for now, and they'll have to raise their hand back up. Press 1. I don't know who 406 is, and I'm not sure if that was just everybody that I just talked to, but we're going to try it again.
There you go.
Oh, look, we're listening in on you guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Cut that one off. That sounded like a party we need to be at.
Yeah, for real. I'm on 828. Who's on 828?
So, all right. So I wrote the Journey into the Sahara post. Who's going to write the Journey into Randy's Playground post?
Oh, here we got it. We've got the 919 back on. Let's see what's going on. And then what did you just ask? Who's going to write the
blog follow-up to explaining this adventure that you guys had?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm sure there's a good writer in the bunch.
The 828 area is from Asheville.
Judy.
Hi, Area code 919.
Hello?
Who's this?
909.
919.
Hi, it's Maggie.
Oh, Maggie!
Hi, guys. How are you?
How are you?
I love you too, guys. Oh, my Lord.
God,
I finally got the nerve to call in. Huh?
You got a fan club here.
Yes,
I love it. This is so cool.
Maggie is freaking awesome.
Thank you.
Flipping awesome.
Flipping awesome, yes.
Oh, somebody else is there, too.
Yeah, no, I've got 828. I'm not sure who that is. Who's on 828?
It's CL and Edie.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, my God, this is awesome. I don't even know how I got you on here, but hi, CL. CL is just this other beautiful soul, and she's the one who brought her 87-year-young mother, who is Edie.
Yes.
So we don't have a whole lot of time to speak, so let's all, Maggie and CL, and I don't know if Edie's on there with you, but let's all have a little conversation.
Absolutely. And
I
Zoom is here too, my dog.
I think the weekend rocked. And I'm truly hoping for everybody else that's going to be doing this soon that you hold us in your hearts and send us all the good energy like we tried to send you guys, and I hope that we succeeded. And Cindy, thank you for telling about the other group, because we were the quiet ones that kind of chickened out.
Oh,
but we had a fabulous time.
Good. Well, we love you all. I didn't feel like we were separated, strangely enough. You know,
That's what I was getting ready to say. There was no separation, even though there was two groups that night. There were no separations between any of us. We were the one people.
We were absolutely doing all the work that we needed to do, just in two different locations, but we were learning to bilocate, I guess you could say.
Oh, gosh, that's a good one.
Yeah, because the energy was so palpable. I mean, I thank you guys for everything you did while you were here, because I think we made an impact on this area.
I wanted to say something today before I got on this call. I was thinking, this reminds me so much of the movie Lord of the Rings, one of the last movies, where, remember the scene where Gandalf was talking about lighting the beacons, and he summoned Mary to go ahead and crawl up and light the beacons of Gondor. Remember that?
Yep.
And I think that that's what we are doing. That's what I feel like I'm doing. I feel like we're lighting the beacons. I came back home here to Asheville, and everybody I know was asking me, what happened? What happened at the meeting? What went on at the One People? And people that don't even know what that is, it was like it just started some sort of a domino effect. And so I feel like we're really generating the next impulse for the next meetup that's going to occur in October. I spoke with one of the people that is in charge of doing the prepareforchange.org group here in town, and he wants to know all about it. And he asked me if I could. We're having a meeting on Saturday for that group, and that just started also like 2 weeks ago. And he asked me if I would speak about what happened at the One People group here this past weekend. So I feel like the beacons are lit and things are moving. The One People are on the move here in western North Carolina and across the southeast, and I'm so excited. And I just also wanted to say that I saw elements of my mother this weekend that were just so beautiful. She was just so alive and so engaged, and everyone's energy just brought her back to the land of the living. I mean, she was like, she wants to be here. She wants to stick around and see what's going to happen next. And I'll let her say hello to everybody. So here's Edie.
Oh, Edie.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Edie. I'm so glad to talk with you.
We are so honored to have you here and to have met you. I can't wait to come and spend more time with you because I didn't really personally get a chance to spend a whole lot of time with you. But I
know. I missed that also. I just wanted to say, first of all, I was dropped off at the entry of the hotel, and Ciel was parking the car, and she said, "You just go in and wait." And I came in, and there was a group of people sitting over to my left, but there was a little dog down there, and I looked at it and smiled. And it walked over to me, and it said, "This is your family over here."
Milo!
And Sheila walked over with it, and I just talked to her a little bit about it, found out its name and its sex, but that little dog has a beautiful soul.
Yes, you're right. Milo is a beautiful being.
Yes.
I was told it was an angel.
It was. And but this is its first time being a little dog,
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
I love animals, and I talk with them. So that's what we talked about.
But
I also wanted to mention that I had a wonderful speech with Chase. There is an admirable young man,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I love him, so I adopted him. He's my little grandson. But I adopted you all because you're my sisters and brothers.
Thank you.
And I love it so much. I appreciated everybody's light, and it just charged me up. My daughter, my beautiful daughter, told me that I was a party animal because she'd say, "Mother, I'm sure you want to go to bed and get some rest." I said, "No, I want to go be with them."
Brian, I want you to understand this lady you're talking to is 87 years old.
Yeah, 87 years young.
She's 87 years young.
87 years young,
you,
exactly.
This is the most beautiful 87-year-old being I've ever seen. Her eyes, her whole being, her whole being shines.
Edie, I haven't even met you, but I got to tell you, just in your voice, you have the most amazing energy.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Edie.
Thank you. But you have to realize that Lynn just talked about a while ago that he was going to get back into healing. I want you to know that I had shingles in my eye, and Lynn gave me a healing. And he said when he goes to the doctor again, the doctor's going to say, "Oh, what happened?" because I've had a little infection in my eye, and that's why I had to wear the dark glasses. Also, everybody's light was so bright it was putting my eyes out. So anyway, let me tell you that I love you dearly, and I hope everything comes up bright and rosy. And I will leave you with this thought: light and love to all of you, each of you. Okay. Here's CL.
We love you, Edie. Thank you.
Love and light to every.
Yeah.
Thank you, Edie.
Bye.
And the title I was given, Mr. Sunshine, she was Mrs. Sunshine.
Yes.
We love you guys. Thank you. And we will see you in Asheville, and that includes you too, Brian Kelly.
Exactly.
Guilt him into it.
Absolutely.
You better believe
lay
it.
Down, buddy.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling in, Edie.
Bye.
Way to lay it down, CL. I love that. Thank you. And thank you so much for coming and sharing your beautiful energy and bringing your beautiful mother and sharing her energy. And I can't wait to be in your presence again. I can't wait to spend more time with you.
This is to be continued, folks.
Absolutely.
Row.
Okay, sweetheart.
Wait a minute. I need to tell Zoom. I got to tell Zoom hello.
Zoom.
Hello, Zoom.
Hello, Zoom. All right, later.
Later, love.
Zoom
Talk to you soon, sweetie. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, and Maggie,
Zoom,
darling.
Hey, I'm going to let you guys go because I'm sure there's probably somebody else on this line that'd love to say something.
No, actually, you're the last one on here, but we do have, we've only got about seven minutes to go, but I
want to hear more from Maggie. Is this the first time you've ever called into one of our shows? Dang it.
Yes, it is. I'm one of those lurkers.
You're a looky little. But Maggie brought her. So she was the other parent-child. There were 2 or 3 of you guys, but Maggie brought her son Sean, and just phenomenal, beautiful energies both.
Thank you. All you guys are marvelous.
And so are you, sweetie.
Thank you,
Yes.
Mr. Sunshine.
And I did a tarot reading with Maggie just before she left, actually.
Yeah, she blew Sean and I away. It was fabulous, powerful energy.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was really beautiful. I can't even say anything other than it was beautiful, and I saw what happened there, and I felt what happened there, and I'm so grateful that you gave me that opportunity and that you were so generous. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Oh my goodness, ditto. Oh, I can't wait till Asheville. We're gonna have a blast. Well, I'm gonna say goodnight to you guys. Love you all.
Call in another show, okay?
Bye. Okay.
Bye,
I'll get braver.
Thank you.
Okay,
bye.
We love you, Maggie.
Oh my gosh, what a great show. Oh my goodness, what a brilliant collection of souls. And thank you all so much for coming and sharing with us tonight. I couldn't have imagined this to be any better in any way than it was. It's just amazing how spirit works, that, when I have any kind of just imagination of what it could be, it always is better.
Can I add something here?
Yes.
Oh, please,
darling.
I called every single person that was on the show today, and I said, I want you to be part of it. And there's so much gratitude pouring out from my heart right now for every single soul that was here this weekend. And I wish we could all just share from our hearts right now, but we did. And this weekend was beyond. My word for the weekend is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And I don't know how else to say it. I mean, when you feel as humble as I do about all these people coming to see you, I tell you, it's amazing.
Well, Randy,
it
couldn't have happened to a better being, because you exude so much love, and you are so much love. It's not surprising that it happened exactly the way it did.
It's like my brother said earlier. He said that maybe he's surprised. Guess what? I'm way more than surprised. I can't keep from crying every time I think about everybody that was here and how much time I wanted to spend with everybody, and the people that I did get to spend time with, how amazing every moment was. Time just flew by so fast. I lost track of it, and that's awesome.
I had no idea how many days I was there. It felt like a week on one hand and one day on the other, and I couldn't tell. All I knew was that I wanted to stay longer, and I wanted the people to stay longer, and I wanted to hang out with you longer, and it was just like, wow. I
want to know because Randy's a big ball of vulnerable, beautiful emotion right now. I want to know what this weekend taught you about life and what's most important.
Oh, great question.
That there's no boundaries. There are no boundaries to anything that you think is possible, and to allow it to happen. When we found that little stone that said imagine, I think that was the crux of the whole weekend, was the word imagine. Imagine what's possible for all of us. Imagine, if you will, everything that you ever desire coming to fruition. Imagine the possibilities.
There you go.
Beautiful, beautiful, buddy.
Yeah, I think that really that wraps it all up. That is perfection right there, because this is all about this time that we're in right now. This is not a time of what anybody else has any control over. This is the time that we've now moved into, where we have the control, and it comes from first of all being who we are and committing to being the love that is, and in individuality and in connection with each other, and through that our imagination will create the reality that we wish to see.
And if I could throw something else in here right quick, I was in the car with Linda as she was getting ready to leave, and Linda threw this out to me. She said, Randy, I'm going to say this. I don't know why, but she said, I'm going to say, I don't feel like you need to be here right now. I don't feel like this farm's important right now. Right. The farm brought us all together. She said, but right now, I feel like you need to get out of here. I feel like you need. And Judy did a reading, and the card for me that was most important was the messenger. And my purpose in life right now is to be a messenger. So that's what I want to do. And so from there, I'll leave this to you all.
I totally see that whole farm incident was not about the farm, and not even about you being at the farm or having the farm. That was just a trigger point to pull us all together. And I get what you're saying. I sense that as well. This is the time to move out now and share the message, and I think a lot of us are feeling that. And actually, I wanted to bring that in, and maybe we're going to have to wait until Monday's show, because I'm going to talk to Lisa about bringing this out. But getting this out for everybody, getting a motorhome and going out and meeting all of you, and having several of us to get together at different points in the process. So, but I want to thank everybody. The time is coming down to just a few minutes. Brian, go ahead and say your thing.
I was just gonna this is kind of your guys' deal tonight. I was just gonna suggest we give it to Randy and have Randy say whatever he wants to the whole group that came out. Go ahead, Randy, to the group.
Take it away, Randy.
I just have so much love for everybody, every single soul that was here, and looking into each one of you, each person's eyes who was here, there was such depth in everyone, and you can't get that on these shows. And if people that hear this if we could just do some more meetups, I think that we could draw in the energies and the possibilities available from those energies to draw in everything that we desire. It's out there. We just need to pull it into us. And that's really all I have to say is there's so much love. There's so much love. And if we could just pull that love together, I think that all the answers would be there for us.
Yeah.
All I can say is amen, brother. And,
the show's already over, and I'm going to end it in just a few minutes. But I just wanted. Lisa came in and she's like, I want to be there too. I already know Lisa's going to be a part of this. I felt it for a while.
Yeah.
I know that she's going to be coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa was a part of this weekend, whether she realizes it or not. Lisa was here, and yeah, it's awesome. Brian was here, Bob was here, everybody was here, just like Morocco. We were all there.
Yeah. No, everybody was there. Brian, we felt you, baby. We totally felt you. I give you a hard time just because you're fun to give a hard time to, but when I say I love you, I really mean it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I give you a hard time. I give you a hard time just because it brings me joy, but that's a whole other topic of conversation. And I love
you. You know what? I get it. That's why you're such good co-hosts. I got to tell you, everybody's like, oh, my God, you two are so perfectly matched. You know, the two of you is so good and so fun that, you know, it's just absolute perfection. So, you know, but it's fun to just jab you because I love doing it, and you're so much fun to jab. And I love it when you jab me too, so it's no biggie.
And I know that we've gone into overtime, but I want to throw this out there. We've talked about, several of us have today, about maybe getting together a show in the Carolina area called the Co-Creators of the Carolinas. And, you know, we'll work on that because there's so many people their stories are important to us. When you meet people face to face and you hear their stories, I tell you what, it changes you. It adds to your experience because you know there are others out there who have a story to share, and that's very special.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I think it's all important, and I can totally see, you know, pulling together, you know, this motorhome and getting several of us as a core group where, you know, some of us might hang out at a place for a while and others might hop on board and go and share the message, and other, you know, it's I already know it's going to happen. I don't know when or how, and it's not a matter of that. So it's just going to happen. And I know so much that Lisa wants to be a part of this as well, and I can feel her energy in this. And Lisa, sweetie, I know you're not probably on the call here, but you'll hear this later.
Oh, I wish she was. We talked about it today, Judy. The traveling roadshow. I mean,
I
think that's
ooh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Roadshow. Yeah.
The traveling roadshow.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
And Lisa wants to come and meet her family over here, and you know, for us to be able to honor her and to show her the love that we show everybody else, and to you know, and Brian, one of these days you're going to get your ass on a little plane and you're going to get your butt over here and play in this energy as well.
Either that or I'm going to come get you, Brian. I got to come get my little brother.
Oh my God, you're going to love each other so much. Well, you already do, I know, but oh my goodness. Your energy. First of all, I've got to say that Randy, your energy is so cool online. But when you get to be in your presence, sweetheart, it blows it into hyperspace. And I've enjoyed every moment that I got to spend with you, and I thank you.
Ditto.
Yeah, absolutely. Ditto. Absolutely. Thanks, Randy. Love you, Randy. Love you, Judy. Great show. Thanks, everyone, for listening. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Love y'all.